The 2022-23 football season has come to an end, and now that we have met the 2022 World Cup winners and the 2023 Champions League winners, as well as all the league and cup winners, we can review which players have performed better throughout the whole season, a season that has been a unique one, as it has been the first time that the World Cup was held in the middle of it. Welcome to Who's Number 1. In this video, we are going to take a look at the top 10 footballers in the world, taking into account their individual skills, individual numbers, and team achievements. But before starting, who do you think has been the best footballer in the world this season? Be sure to let us know in the comments section below. Now, with that said, let's start with the list. Number 10, Karim Benzema. Last year's Ballon d'Or winner, Karim Benzema hasn't performed at his usual level this season. After scoring 31 goals and giving 6 assists in 43 games this season, which are still good numbers, but far from his 2021-22 season numbers, the Real Madrid star has confirmed his move to Saudi Arabian club Al Ittihad Jeddah, which marks an end to his career at football's highest level. At 35 years old, the Frenchman has accomplished everything he could have in his career, and had the best ending he could have had to his era in Madrid, winning his 5th Champions League title and the Ballon d'Or award last season. Number 9, Neymar Jr. Neymar is always a question mark on this type of list, because he could very well be one of the world's top 3 players every year, but he almost never is because of his lack of work ethic, injuries, and bad attitude. This season, Neymar has missed 15 games due to an ankle injury, and has once again deceived PSG fans in yet another season where they underperform in the Champions League. They have won the Ligue 1, but the real goal for Paris Saint-Germain is to win the Champions League, something they have yet to accomplish, and which is the main reason why Neymar was signed back in 2017. This season was also one of Neymar's last chances to win a World Cup for his country, something he has always dreamt of doing, but which he hasn't been able to do. This season Neymar has scored 18 goals and given 17 assists in 29 games across all competitions, something that is far from what he could do if he was at 100% each and every game, and as time passes, we get farther from actually seeing Neymar perform at the level he is capable of. Number 8, Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been one of the greatest strikers in the world for many years now, and he has demonstrated that yet again this season by scoring 32 goals and giving 5 assists in 49 games. What we have heard about Kane throughout his career is that his team, Tottenham, is too small for him, and that might just be true, as despite his great performances, he has yet to win a trophy with Tottenham in more than 10 seasons. Individually, Kane is amazing, his finishing is exemplary, and his positioning to accommodate for a lack of raw pace is second to none, but his unique selling point is his uncanny playmaking ability to pick a pass from deep, to swing across in, and to play the number 10 and number 9 roles simultaneously and effectively. At almost 30 years old, Kane is running out of time to make a move in favor of a big club, so he can finally get the recognition he deserves and win a trophy. Number 7, Robert Lewandowski. In a decade of false nines and inside forwards, Robert Lewandowski has relentlessly flown the flag for natural out-and-out strikers. In many ways, Lewandowski is a no-nonsense entity. He knows where the ball will flow, he knows the positions to be in and when to be there, he knows all the measurements of the goal frame and will use every inch of it to ripple the net. In his first season playing for Barcelona, one of the greatest clubs of all time, Lewandowski has scored 33 goals and given 8 assists in 46 games, and has helped the team win its first league in 3 years. Although many people said Lewandowski wasn't too good of a signing for Barcelona given his age, he has demonstrated that he still is one of the greatest strikers in the world at age 34. Number 6, Thibaut Courtois. Goalkeepers are not normally included in this type of list, but how in the world could we not include Thibaut Courtois? The man's a beast, he is undoubtedly the greatest goalkeeper in the world and could have very well been the Ballon d'Or winner last year, but as we know, they do not give this type of awards to goalkeepers. Courtois has been Madrid's most important man along with Benzema for the past few seasons, and he was their savior in so many games during their incredible Champions League run last year. The Belgian has great attributes that have helped him be a successful goalkeeper, as he is very tall, but also very skilled with his feet and has great positioning. If a goalkeeper deserved to be on this list, it is undoubtedly Thibaut Courtois. Number 5, Vinicius Jr. This season Vinicius Jr. has finally exploded into the player that Madrid fans were expecting him to become. He has become Real Madrid's new star player, and he has shown that by scoring 23 goals and giving 21 assists in 55 games for Madrid this season. He has also gained importance in Brazil, becoming one of the most important men for the team during the World Cup, and he has not yet reached his prime, as he is still only 22 years old. Vinicius is the typical Brazilian player, who is really skilled with the ball and very fast and agile, but he lacked shot definition. This is what he has improved this year, and while he still isn't a big goal scorer, he is gradually becoming better and better. Last season, Vinicius scored the goal that gave him his first Champions League title, starting to cement his place as a future Madrid legend. Number 4, Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is the best midfielder and passer in the world, and though this has not been his best season, he has still scored 10 goals and given 31 assists in 49 games for Manchester City. KDB is the greatest crosser of a ball in Premier League history, and his vision and penchant for a defense-splitting pass combine with frightening effectiveness on a number of occasions. Manchester City's greatest player ever, De Bruyne has finally won the Champions League title this year, after 8 years on the team, and though he got injured early in the final game, he has been very important in the team's journey to the trophy. One of the best aspects of De Bruyne is that he comes with all the trimmings. He's a lethal set-piece taker, he is unexpectedly physical and genuinely quick off the mark. Without these things, KDB would remain a great player, but with them at his disposal, he is a multi-layered box of tricks. Number 3, Lionel Messi. It is weird to not see Messi as the number 1 player in the world, which is what he has been for the last 15 years, but it seems that, at age 35 and having decided to end his career at the highest level, Messi is finally getting out of the top spot. He is still number 3, however, and we know some of you might think he doesn't deserve this spot, but he does. Though this has not been Messi's best season, he has still scored 21 goals and given 20 assists playing for PSG, but most importantly, he has led Argentina to its 3rd World Cup, their first one in 36 years, to further cement Argentina's place as one of the greatest national teams of all time. Messi carried the team throughout the World Cup, a team that wasn't the strongest in the tournament, and demonstrated once again why he has been the best player in the world for so long. Now, going to Inter Miami, Messi is moving away from the competitive European environment, and with that subtly passing the torch to the next 2 players on this list. Number 2, Kylian Mbappé. We are very sure many of you expected Mbappé to be number 1, but you will see why he is not in a second. Kylian Mbappé is a megastar forged by the crucible of the World Cup, which is an old-school way of achieving greatness given the prominence of the Champions League. His lack of success in the Champions League is overcome by his domestic success by the hands of PSG, though it would be debatable if winning the league or the cup with PSG is even an achievement, and by his international success. Though it is true that Mbappé has found himself among probably the best generation of French footballers ever, he is the leader of the team, and he led them to a World Cup win in 2018 at just 19 years old, and to the World Cup final in 2022, at 23 years old, where he scored 2 goals in 2 minutes with 10 minutes remaining to single-handedly come back from a 2-0 deficit in the final against Argentina. He would then score another goal in overtime to finish the game 3-3 and go to penalties, where France ultimately lost. His 2022 World Cup final hat-trick will go down as the stuff of legends. Mbappé is a multiple threat, he is fast, he has skills like no other, and he has great shot definition. He has been dominant this season, scoring 41 goals and giving 10 assists in 43 games for PSG, but there is only one player who has been better than him this season, and that is Number 1, Erling Haaland. It seems that the debate we have had for the past 15 years between Messi and Ronaldo has now been transferred to Mbappé and Haaland. We are sure many people expected Mbappé to be number 1, but honestly, we believe this season Haaland has demonstrated that he is the best player in the world. In his first season playing in the Premier League for Manchester City, Haaland has broken the record for most goals in a Premier League season, scoring 36 goals in 33 games, while taking the title home. If we take into account all competitions, Haaland has scored 52 goals and given 9 assists in 53 games for Manchester City, a City team that has won its first Champions League title ever and has completed the first treble in the club's history. Haaland couldn't have asked for a better debut season, both individually and collectively. The Norwegian was the missing piece to a Manchester City team that had gotten so close to winning its first Champions League title in 2021. He is the best goal scorer in the world right now, and though he may not be able to produce occasions for himself as other players like Mbappé are able to, Haaland is a constant offensive threat for the opposing team. Haaland's physicality is unrivaled, his finishing ability is staggering, and he boasts a turn of pace that few in the world could match, all while being as tall as he is. And the best thing is that we have yet to see Haaland at his absolute peak, given he is just 22 years old. So with that we reach the end of the list of the 10 best footballers in the world. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let us know if you agree with the list in the comments section below, and feel free to create your own list based on who you think has been better this year. Thanks for watching. This is Who's Number 1, and we will see you in the next video.